Hello YouTubers and microcurrent fans. This is Christine Byer. I am Christine Byer and I'm a licensed master esthetician and I have been for 13 or 14 years. And I had a request. Somebody wanted to know how to add fullness to the bottom third of the face while lifting the cheeks. And that's kind of, although everything is connected, you know, when you lift the cheeks, you might get a little bit of fullness restored in the bottom. But those are two separate items, and so let's talk about how to lift the cheeks quickly. Basically, you're just going to do this point. That's pretty much the biggest payoff point. And so you'll do this a good 20 seconds, and this is where the masseter and the buccinator cross. And this will give you some nice lift and add a bit of fullness to the bottom half of the face. And you'll hold this for good 20 seconds. I'm just using water as my conductive modality. I have my makeup on, so I don't really want to... and when I... You know, the base isn't really occlusive because I've only put it where I need it. So my face is mostly clear. But, so I'm using water, and this is about 20 seconds. You'll see how this is starting to add some fullness through here. I do the same thing to the other side. And then to lift the cheeks, you'd also want to do some other moves. I'll show you those quickly. Just want to make sure I do this for 20 seconds. There's actually another modality I use to get fullness back in the bottom half of the face. I'll show you that quickly after I'm done with this. And let's see, yeah. I'm taking off my blush. This is one that will help lift the cheeks. And then these movements, where you hold them each for 20 seconds. And I'm just going to do this quickly. This is a nice apple of the cheek plumper. So you do that. You want to hold all these points for 20 seconds. This, this, this. I'm not really doing it full-fledged. A move I like to add fullness to the bottom third. Corner of the nose, and then underneath the jawline. And you can hold, 20 seconds each point. Or you can just slide. And do a good 20 slides. All right. Do that on the other side. You can hold. I'll do the hold, and then I'll, I slide in between, and then I'll do a bunch of slides on clients. Depends on how much loss volume they have in the bottom third of their face. All right, so you got that. And then, you'd want to work out if they have a lot of tension. If they, do a lot of frowny movements, you'd want to really work this area out with massage. You can do it as well with microcurrent, by anchoring here, and pulling up, or anchoring here and pulling up. As long as you anchor. And this will instantly give you more volume in the bottom third of the face. And explain to your client, or just know that you might be a little tender in this area. And then you can hold. This is sort of my sealing in at the end of the treatment. How I seal it all in. I'm not going to do the neck with this video because she was just asking about the bottom third of the face and how to return fullness to the bottom third. So, and not about the neck. Another treatment that I absolutely love for adding volume to the bottom third of the face, and you'd want to do this on clean, dry skin, preferably after a peel so that the light can penetrate, And this is my handy dandy microphototherapy machine. This machine has been an all-time client favorite, and I'll just show you quickly how this works. And I have goggles that I use for this. And I start sideways first. And you want to do this on clean, dry skin. But what this is doing is making a mild thermal injury between dead tissue and live tissue. So at that dermal epidermal junction, it's making a very, very mild burn. And this spurs the skin's wound healing response, and brings a lot of volume back to the bottom third of the person's face. And I'm just doing a quickie here so that you can see, but this is exactly what I would do to a client. And it gets pretty hot, so I like to keep it moving. But this technology is called light and heat energy, and it uses a xenon lamp inside there, so you can see right after that treatment you get a nice plumping effect to the skin. So that's it. Those are my moves for adding volume with microcurrent to the bottom third of your face, and also lifting the cheeks a little bit, and how I would do it if I were working on you here in my treatment room. I would definitely be using many modalities, not only microcurrent. And I hope that helps. I don't want to throw too much into one treatment and confuse everybody, but that's what I would do here. And if you haven't already done it, please subscribe. Tell your friends. If you have esthetician friends, tell them. And subscribe. And thanks for watching.